Hi friends, how are you today? Good. Are you ready to read some stories about hats? All right. Do you have a hat? Go find your hat. Pause the video. Go find your hat and put it on. I like that hat. This is one of my hats. This is a toque. It's got a nice big fluffy pom-pom on the top. What other kinds of hats are there? There's winter hats, straw hats with big brims to keep the sun off of us, cowboy hats, baseball hats. Yeah, there's lots of different kinds of hats. So we're going to read some stories about some hats today, but before we get started, let's sing our song so we're ready to listen. If you don't know the words, that's okay. You can follow along with your hands. So we start like this, hands together like a sandwich. Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Good job. The first book we're going to read is called Caps for Sale. And so this is A Tale of a Peddler, Some Monkeys, and Their Monkey Business. What's going to happen? Hats and monkeys, I don't even know. Oh, look, he's got all of those hats on the top of his head. I don't know if I could do that. Could you do that? Oh, yeah. Caps for Sale, told and illustrated by Asifer Slobodkina. We're reading this one with permission from HarperCollins. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had his own checked hat, then a bunch of gray hats, then a bunch of brown hats, then a bunch of blue hats, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the street, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling. Do you remember what he says? Do you want to say it with me? Here we go. Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap! But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "Think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he, and he walked out of town slowly, slowly, as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he, and he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hand up to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. What do you think is going to happen? All right, let's see. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. What? There's something wrong with him? What's wrong? His cap Before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. But all he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Where are those caps? Then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray, a brown, or a blue, or a red cap. Uh-oh. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their finger back at him and said, "Tee, tee, 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 tee." This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." What do you think the monkeys did? But the monkeys only shook both of their hands back at him and said, Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Oh, those monkeys." By this time, the peddler was really, really angry. He stamped both of his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps!" What do you think the monkeys did? Yeah, exactly. But the monkeys only stamped both of their feet back at him and said, At last he became so angry that he pulled off his cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off his cap, and all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own gray checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps all the way at the top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling. Do you remember what he says when he's singing, when he's trying to sell his caps? Let's say it again. Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. The end. I hope he sells his caps. All right, we are gonna sing a hat song. So I'm gonna play my ukulele over here, but over there, I'm gonna do some actions, and you can do some actions along with me if you want. All right, hold on a second. Here we go. Are you ready? This is called I Dropped My Hat. I dropped my hat, pick it up, drop my hat, pick it up, drop my hat, pick it up, and put it on my head. Oh, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, it up, and put it on my head. Should we do that again? Okay, all right, here we go. I drop my hat, pick it up, drop my hat, pick it up, drop my hat, pick it up, and put it on my head. Now this part is really fun. You get to say the p-p-p sound lots and lots and lots of times. Here we go. Oh, pick it up, 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 and put it on your head. Good job. All right, we're going to read another story. I'm going to switch hats. I think I need this Mountie hat. Oh my goodness, my Mountie hat is in such disarray. There we go. All right. This book is called A Hat for Minerva Louise. And Minerva Louise is a chicken. She's a very curious chicken. A Hat for Minerva Louise by Janet Morgan Stokey. And we're reading this one with permission from Scholastic. Minerva Louise loved snowy mornings. Her friends didn't like them one bit. They stayed inside all day with their heads tucked under their wings. Not Minerva Louise. She could not wait to go out exploring. Everything was so beautiful. She wanted to stay out all day, but ooh, it was too cold. If I had some warm things like you, she said, I could stay out and play. A scarf might help, but not this one. It's way too big. Minerva Louise, that's not a scarf. What is that? A garden hose. Oh, she's silly. And these shoes are too big too. Oh, Minerva Louise, those aren't shoes. What are they? Gloves. Yes, they're gloves. A hat. That's just what I need. But not this one. Is that a hat? No, it is a pot for potting plants. And not this one either. It's too heavy. Oh, Minerva Louise, that's not a hat. What is it? It's a boot. There must be a hat around here somewhere. Yeah, she did walk by a whole lot of them, didn't she? Minerva Louise looked outside. Everyone had on a fluffy white hat. Oh, your hat is wonderful. Where did you get it? Oh, look. What's over here? A hat. It's perfect. But what's this? Oh, it's two hats. Does she have a hat on? No. What is that? A pair of mittens. Which was just fine with Minerva Louise. She put one hat on her head and one hat on her bottom. What a goofball. Even the sheep think so. All right, we're going to play a game. All right, so I have some hats here. And let's see what kind of hats we have. What kind of hats do we have? We have a baseball hat. We have a fireman's helmet. We have a green toque. We have a top hat. We have a party hat. We have a sombrero. This is a hat that Mexican cowboys wear. And we have a crown.
down. And behind one of these hats, Tiny Cat is sleeping. So let's see if we can find Tiny Cat. Tiny Cat, Tiny Cat, behind which hat are you at? Which hat do you want to remove? The top hat? Should we see if Tiny Cat's behind the top hat? No, she's not there. Let's see, let's try another hat. Tiny Cat, behind which hat are you at? Which hat should we try? The sombrero? Okay, let's see. No Tiny Cat. Let's try again. Tiny Cat, behind which hat are you at? Which hat do you want to try? The fireman's hat? Let's see. Is Tiny Cat there? No, she's not there either. Let's try one more time. Here we go. Tiny Cat, behind which hat are you at? Which one do you want to try? The toque? The beanie? Let's see. There's Tiny Cat. We found her. She was sleeping under the green hat. Oh, Tiny Cat, you're so silly. All right, friends, that's all the time we have for today. So we need to sing our goodbye for now song. So over here, down here, I'm gonna play my ukulele, but up there in the corner, I'm gonna do the actions. So do the actions along with me. This is called Skin-a-ma-rink. Here we go. Skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo. I love you. Skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening underneath the moon. Oh, skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo. I love your singing. I love you, you're all terrific. I love you, we'll catch you next time. I love you, boop boop be doo. Mwah! All right, friends, I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.